What exactly do you feel like has been the difference?
Um, I think biggest thing for us is I think just experience, and we played all year against tough teams, and we kind of seen everything you can throw at us. I know that's one of the biggest things that I was dealing with. And, they throw something new at you, it's kind of hard for you to react. But I got comfortable with it. The senior guards were comfortable with it, and I think we've been playing a lot more urgency on defense in there. We were being more aggressive. We've taken fouls. Tyler Lydon especially have really attacked the rim offensively and defensively. He's blocked a lot of shots, and I just think we're playing as a whole now. We're all on the same page.
What do you feel like is what's going to be kind of the psychology of facing a team you've lost to two times going into the third game? Do you take anything from those two games? Do you just go out playing it the same and hoping for a different outcome?
I mean, yeah, usually it's 3 times the charm. So usually it is, but hopefully we can come out with a win. But we've seen what they've done with us twice. I think the second game was more competitive. I think we kind of let that slip away from us. We could have made some plays down the stretch to come out with a win, but we didn't. But we know what they do. They know what we do. And I know it's kind of hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. And but they're a great team. So hopefully we can get a win and advance.
How loose do you feel like you guys are right now? Like, it seems like y'all are playing with house money. Nobody expected y'all to be a 10 seed coming in.
I mean, yeah, we've been loose the whole tournament. I think during the year when we weren't loose is when we started losing, and when we've been free flowing, loose, aggressive and just having fun, I think that's when we're at our best. And the seniors have done a great job of keeping the mood light, and, but at the same time we're focused and we're ready to play.
You glad now you're finally getting down to like a regular routine? Games coming, you're in a regular game day routine now.
Yeah, the Final Four is such a big event. Everything that comes with it is great. But at the end of the day, we love it. We love the media attention. But we just want to get to playing now. We've been here for a few days. We've enjoyed it, enjoyed the press, the attention. But now we want to get back to what we do and get ready to play.
Has it been hard to balance both, having fun, enjoying it, but yet knowing you're down here for business?
No, I think we've done a great job with that, especially throughout the whole tournament. We've had fun the whole time, and but at the same time, we become focused and ready to play. And I think we know when to turn it on and off. We know when you need to focus and lock in. And I think the seniors have done a great job of showing us the ropes and showing us when to do those things.
Has Jerry been a help too? Because he's been through it to tell you what it's like and what to expect.
Oh, all the coaches have. I think that's why the benefit of having a coaching staff that played is vital nowadays. I think when you can play for guys that's been through it and that can teach you the things from firsthand experience, I think that's great. Coach G-Mac went all the way. Coach Red, I think the farthest he said he went was Sweet 16, I think. And so they've all, and Coach Hop, he's been here for forever and played on great teams. So, when you play for guys like that, they can tell you what to do, they tell you what to expect, but and they can help guide you through it.
Tyler, one of the things Boeheim's been real consistent with over the years is his rotation, how many guys he plays and minutes. Does he come to you and lay it out and say, here's what your role is going to be, here's what your minutes are going to be? Does he do anything?
Never.
How did sort of your role and when you come into the game, how did that develop?
Since the first game, I'm pretty sure I went in around the same time every single game, and it started with that first game.
Does that help you as a rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you kind of have an idea of when you're going in, if you're not a starter, when you're going in, it definitely helps out a little bit just because you can kind of get mentally prepared. But I think at this level, I was so focused and I was so ready that no matter when he was going to put me in, I was just going to be ready.
When did he tell you were going to be playing center in this stuff?
Well, right before our first game, like the week of that practice, he just said be expected to play a little bit of it. I didn't think I'd be playing 25, 26, whatever minutes of it, that's for sure.
I mean, coming in, though, he only is going to play, 7, 8 guys, and that's what he's always done. How hard is it, as a freshman coming in to make sure you're in that top center.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard. You know, it takes a lot of work to get in that position, and I think that's accredited to my coaches back from high school. You know, they got me ready. I played at a really good prep school with a really great coach there. So I think without that experience, it definitely would have been tougher for me to transition. But being that I was there, it definitely helped me out a lot.
What do you know about Bryce Johnson?
I mean, he's a great player, obviously. You know, he's one of the best players in the country. He rebounds well. He obviously can do a lot of things on the offensive end, so, yeah.
What has this tournament done for your confidence?
I think it's done a lot. I mean, I came in pretty confident, I believe. You know, I felt like I finished the year strong. I still think I could have done a lot better, but as far as the tournament goes, it's definitely helped me out a little bit with some things.
You were out there yesterday. You just said shooting around on the floor. I mean, did the enormity of the place, did you take that in at all? Is it going to affect you at all?
I'm not sure. You know, I think obviously shooting yesterday it was empty, so that was pretty weird. But I mean, it was a cool experience just to get out there and shoot. I mean, the backlighting behind the hoops is pretty dark, so I think that helps. I thought a lot of people. You'd read up on it and you'd see some stats from like prior years as to what people shot in the gym, but I didn't really think that it was that big of a difference. I think it also helps that we play in the dome. So
you get out there today in front of some fans, is it going to kind of realize like game's coming and we're here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it'll be good to get out there in front of them, just see all the people that are supporting us and everything, and I think it'll be a fun practice for us and just get us ready to go.
It's been tough to have fun, take it all in, but you're down here for a business trip.
I don't think it's been tough. You always find time to just have fun with everything, just take it all in. And but I mean, like you said, at the same time, it is a business trip, and we came down here for one reason, and that's to win. Nothing else really matters to us.
Tyler, you take pride in being able to know you've made some impact at both ends, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime I can go out and help this team win, that's all that matters to me. I don't care what kind of night it is, as long as I did something to help the team win.
Right. Offensively, obviously, it looks like you've gotten really comfortable kind of finding your spots on the floor for three. Is that a key for you getting going, is kind of getting a couple of good shots and good looks early?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've gone over it with Coach Hopkins, actually. We watched film, Coach Red and stuff, and we looked at where I was getting my shots throughout, like earlier in the season and stuff like that. And, it just made me aware of where I need to be shooting the ball in practice and everything like that. So, there's a couple areas where I know I'm going to get some shots up, and I'm conscious of that. But at the same time, the game of basketball evolves, so you never really know what's going to get thrown at you. So I'm just trying to be ready at all times.
All right, now I've got to ask. I was talking to Malachi a little bit yesterday, and he wasn't so sure about Rico. What do you have to say to your teammates about defending Rico and the mustache?
I don't know. I like the mustache. Our basketball ops guy gave it the name Rico, so just been having fun with it. Just going along with everything.
Why did he name it Rico?
I honestly don't know. That's something you'll have to ask him. I just walked into practice one day and I decided just not to shave or something. He just said, "What's up, Rico?" And I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, "That's what your mustache's name is going to be." So I was like, "All right, I guess I'm keeping it."
It's been an unbelievable experience. Something I never imagined really. Making it to the Final Four is something special. And last night we had that kickoff event with Jim Nance and Grant Hill, and all the coaches were up there talking. And one of the biggest things they were saying was, we don't realize it now, but this is extremely special and something that we'll remember for a long, long time, and something we'll talk about when we all meet up someday in the future. And to be a part of it, to be around this group of guys, that's what makes it special. If we didn't like each other, if these guys didn't have extremely great character, and we didn't get along the way we do, it wouldn't make it as special. And that's the reason why it's been so enjoyable. And the adversity that this team's been through, the ups and downs, it's been a roller coaster ride of a year, and to make it to this point it says a lot about who we have, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it.
You don't get into the games, but you go against these guys every day in practice. So do you feel part of they're getting this far because you're always banging with them and working hard with them?
Absolutely. Being a guy that doesn't play in the games, you just try to make an impact, on the game without ever playing in it, and it's hard. But you do that by being a great teammate, and you do that by busting your butt in practice. And I feel like I can do that every single day. I try to be the best teammate I can be, and I try to push these guys in practice as hard as I can. And that not only helps them, but it gains their respect. So in the games, when you want to help them by saying something to them, they'll listen to you because they respect you. And it's a role that I've embraced and something that I take a lot of pride in.
Is it tough to do all the stuff you do, the practices and everything, and know you're not going to get in a game?
Yeah, it's extremely tough. I'm a competitor, and no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, I want to play and contribute as much as possible. And sometimes you don't always get your way, but that doesn't mean that you stop being a great teammate and you stop busting your butt in practice. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to get better too. So if I don't work hard and be a great teammate and be a good person, and I'm losing out on great relationships and I'm losing out on getting better as a player. And it's not about anybody here particularly individually. This is about something bigger than just ourselves. It's much bigger than just our team even. Being part of Syracuse basketball is a huge, I don't know how to say it, but it's something big. It's bigger than us, and we need to understand that and continue the tradition that's been going on here for years. And by working hard in practice, being a great teammate, and making it to the Final Four, we're continuing that tradition.
I'm excited. I can't wait for tomorrow to come. Just get out on the floor. Look forward to playing.
You were on the floor yesterday. How are the shooting lines out there? They said they weren't that great, but how'd you feel out there?
It was good to me. Felt like a dome. It was a lot bigger than a Carrier Dome, but can't wait.
You open practice today in front of the fans. That should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Get a lot of shots up, do a couple dunks. Just looking to have fun, be prepared for tomorrow, though, of course.
Speaking of tomorrow, what you played North Carolina twice. What do you have to do to come out on top this time?
We just got to get stops, limit them inside, and stop their transition. I think we should be fine.
Feeling pretty confident?
Yes, sir.
It'll be a fun and competitive game, and on a big stage, and I think we can't ask much more than that. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have fun.
What about the idea of playing? I know you obviously played in the Carrier Dome, such a huge venue, but this is a whole new level. How do you approach that, from practical things as far as shooting to just the atmosphere as well?
It's different than what we're used to, but I mean, every team is getting a certain amount of time to practice here, so I don't think there's any disadvantages. We got to go out today and get up a lot of shots and try to adjust to just the atmosphere and the gym, and we'll be fine by tomorrow.
Do you think there'll be any nerves tomorrow? I mean, the fact that on this stage, the entire country is watching your one game at that time tomorrow night. I mean, some nerves or excitement? What is that going to be like for you guys?
Excitement. I mean, I don't think you could ask for much more from a college basketball standpoint than being in the Final Four and having a chance to do something big and play the national championship after that. So I'm excited. I know the rest of the team is as well, and we're just going to go out and have fun and play hard and compete.
Are you enjoying this week? I mean, you guys are being asked to do a lot of different things, kind of taking out of routine. So how much do you enjoy that? How much does it kind of get a little irritating at times?
I wouldn't use irritating. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's something that not everybody that plays college basketball gets to experience. So, I'm just trying to take it all in and have fun with it.